Hello, hello. Welcome to yet another episode of Dialogues of Change, where we explore key societal issues with a little dose of humor, wisdom, and a thought provoking discussion. I'm your host Shashank, and today's episode is inspired by an amazing dialogue from Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. तू राइट नहीं है नैना बस मुझसे अलग है. What a line, isn't it? It's not just the charm with which Ranbir Kapoor's character Bunny delivers this dialogue, but the sheer truth behind the statement that makes it iconic. Why is it that we are so quick to label someone as wrong just because they're different? It reminds us that being different isn't about being wrong, it's about seeing the world through a different lens. So, today we are talking about embracing differences, whether at work, in relationships, or even in our vibrant Indian political landscape. India's workforce is changing. From corporate offices in Gurgaon to startups in Bengaluru, the emphasis on diversity has never been stronger. Why? Because when people with different perspectives come together, magic happens. For example, research shows that companies with diverse teams are 33% more likely to outperform their competitors. Think of it like a potluck dinner. If everyone brings the same dish, you get bored quickly. But if there's biryani, sushi, tacos, gulab jamun, you've got a feast. Henna? Here's a real life example. In the 1990s, Infosys was one of the first Indian companies to champion workplace diversity. By bringing in engineers, designers, and thinkers from different educational, regional, and cultural backgrounds, they fostered a culture of innovation that helped them expand globally. Their diversity wasn't just about ticking boxes, it became their competitive advantage in offering unique solutions to clients worldwide. Today, Infosys remains a testament to how embracing differences can propel success. So, whether you're the loud brainstorming guy or the quiet thinker in the room, know this: both roles are crucial. The next time you find yourself annoyed at that colleague who thinks differently, pause and remind yourself they're not wrong, just different. And speaking of different perspectives, let's take this conversation to a more personal level. How do differences play out in relationships? Let's dive in. Now let's take this idea into our personal lives. क्या कभी किसी दोस्त, फैमिली मेंबर या पार्टनर से ये सुना है? तू कभी समझता ही नहीं है मेरी बात. Raise your hand if you've ever had an argument about something as silly as pineapple on a pizza. Yes, I see you nodding. But here's the thing: differences in opinions don't mean you're incompatible. It just means that you have opportunities to grow together. Take Naina and Bunny from the movie. Naina's idea of happiness is stability, while Bunny's idea is exploring the unknown. At first glance, they seem opposites, but eventually they realize their differences complement each other, like chai and pakoras on a rainy day. So, the next time you're frustrated with your best friend's obsession with conspiracy theories, or your partner's love for exercising every single day, just breathe. Celebrate those quirks. They make life richer. And now, let's tackle the big one: this obsession we have with being right. Let's be honest. How many times have we blocked someone on social media or from our life because their political views didn't align with ours? Why do we always feel the need to label things as right or wrong? Opinions, lifestyles, and choices don't always fit into neat little boxes. One person's dream of a government job is another person's nightmare. One person's definition of success is a six, seven, eight figure salary, Another is a peaceful farm life. Politics is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to the right versus wrong mentality. We don't just disagree, we judge, we label, we unfriend. But let me ask you this: does it really make us happier? What if, instead of shutting people out, we paused and said, tell me more about why you think this way? It doesn't mean you have to agree, but it opens the door to understanding. And who knows, you might even find some common ground. So, how do we break out of this binary thinking? By listening without bias. Instead of waiting to reply, just absorb what the other person is saying. Ask questions to understand, not to argue. And most importantly, remind yourself that it's okay to agree to disagree. Alright, all of this discussion will be futile if we don't discuss some actionable tips, right? So here's a couple of ways in which we can start embracing differences today. Practice active listening. Don't interrupt. Let the other person finish their thoughts. For example, the next time someone shares an idea during a meeting, repeat back what you heard before responding to show that you truly understood their perspective. Ask open ended questions. Instead of asking, why would we do that? Ask, what does that mean to you if we did it this way? Reflect on your biases. Be honest with yourself about any prejudices you may have and work on them. Sometimes the other person's idea might actually be better. Don't let your ego block growth. And then find some common ground. Even when you disagree, look for something you both care about. So, being different isn't about right or wrong. It's about finding value in each other's perspectives, whether it's at work, in relationships, or within our diverse Indian culture. Let's embrace differences with open minds and open hearts. Now, here's a challenge for you. Over the next week, have a conversation with someone who holds a different opinion from yours, whether it's about politics, food, or even cricket. Listen to them without interrupting and try to find one thing you can appreciate in their perspective. Think about this: what would the world look like if we all made room for each other's quirks and differences? Maybe we'd have fewer arguments and more collaborations. Maybe instead of building walls, we'd start building bridges, one conversation at a time. And wouldn't that be a legacy worth leaving behind? So, as you go about your day, take that small yet brave step. Seek out someone whose views challenge yours. Maybe it's that colleague you avoid, or the relative you rarely call. Engage with curiosity instead of judgment. It might just change the way you see them and yourself. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with someone who's a little different from you. And remember, we're all like Nana and Bunny in some way: a little flawed, a little unique, but absolutely beautiful in our own way. This is Shashank signing off. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep embracing the change. See ya.